Hi guys, in this lecture I am going to teach you the CSS3 colors and prefixes. So first of all, what is the prefixes and the CSS3 colors? If many CSS3 properties are not work properly in the browsers, in many browsers like Opera, Chrome and other browsers, Safari and the Internet Explorer, so the CSS have introduced some prefixes. If we write the prefixes before the CSS properties, so these properties work properly. Here, let's suppose we are applying some styles on this div. I have not created any div, but it is just for example. And here we write example, let's say color, and here is the color is #FFF, and then if this color is not properly rendered in the browser, then we have to write the prefixes before this property. Here for the Chrome and the Safari we have to write WebKit, hyphen WebKit and hyphen. So this is for the Chrome and Safari, and for the Mozilla Firefox we have to write Moz, and for the Opera whatever it is, we have to write O, so it's O. And for the Internet Explorer we have to write MS for the Internet Explorer. So these are the prefixes if any property doesn't work in browser, so you can try these prefixes. And the next thing is CSS3 colors. The CSS3 has newly introduced three color schemes: RGBA, HSL and HSLA. You have already done the RGB, but the new scheme has the RGBA. So here I'm going to create a div, and here is the div, and here is the width, here is the height is also 400 pixel, and here I'm going to create a border is 1 pixel, solid and black. So now let's execute it. So here is the div, and now I am going to give it the background color by using the RGBA scheme. Here is the background, and first of all write RGBA, and A stands for alpha and R for red, green, blue, and A is just alpha. And close this CCleaner. And now first of all we are able to give the three colors, three values, 0 to 255. Here I'm gonna write 255, 0 and 0, red, green, blue, and then we are able to give the value of alpha. So what is the alpha? Have you remembered the word opacity? The opacity we learn in the CSS, the opacity is used to make the colors and the pictures transparent. So here we are also able to give the opacity from 0.1 to 1.0. Here I'm going to give 0.5. So now let's execute it. So here you see that this color is transparent, and if we write 1.0 value to opacity, so it's completely red. So this is the RGBA scheme, and now I'm going to define HSL scheme. So what is the HSL stands for? H for hue, and the S for saturation, and L for lightness. And here we have to write the brackets. First of all, hue is the angle of the color. Here I'm gonna write 0, and then we have to write the saturation is you want to put the full color, half color, how many percentage of the color. Here I'm gonna write 100%, and then you are able to write the lightness. Here I'm gonna put the lightness 30%, and here is the semicolon, and let's execute it. So here is the color, and the third type of the color is HSLA. So A, I hope you understand what is A. A is the alpha, the opacity. So here we are also able to put the opacity. Here if I put 0.2, so let's execute it. So here you can see that this is opacity. It changed the colors, transparent the colors. So this is the color schemes and prefixes. If you have any problems, so kindly add the discussion on Udemy. I will help you as much as I can, and in my next lecture I am going to teach you how to make the rounded corners of the divs, and see you in the next lecture.